Bends into another one here. I've just been trying to sort my rods out. I haven't got into the swim yet, but I'm going to bang a couple out in another swim. It looks like he's into another, which is handy. Hopefully I'll get settled into my swim this afternoon sometime. Ben's giving it a tug to keep it away from the snags on the left here now. I think he's winning.
He's come right round on himself.
Yeah, they do, don't they, with them snags? They know where they are.
Oh, good call. Just grab the net. I've put a fight up in here, didn't they?
They do, don't they?
Yeah, they proper fight. You can see, fully loaded, hanging out his gob. Here he is.
And he's in. Well done.
Lovely. Right, as you've just seen, another incredible battle. I must admit, the fish in this lake, they do pull your arm off. And £20 common, bang on. A lot less streamlined, this one. And there he is. Bang on the money, £20. 2 bites, very quick, 21.5 and a £20 common. And yeah, we've only been in a swim a couple of hours. Dad's just going to stick a couple of rods behind us in another swim while he's still waiting to get in his. But yeah, what a start, eh? 2 20s, both on the fully loaded. We'll go more into detail with that. But yeah, great start.
Well done.
Well, what an amazing start that was. And yeah, to have 2 fish very, very quickly like that was... I wasn't expecting that, let's put it that way. But I just thought to show you guys where we're fishing. And pretty much like the last instalment, you know, down in Oxford, we're lucky enough to have a venue that's got some lily pads in it. So that's where I'm fishing, just all on, basically on the front of them. And I'll zoom in a bit more. They're just starting to come up. Well, they are. They're actually up, but there's quite a few more just underneath when you stand, because there's a high bank behind me. You can see them. And yeah, basically I'm in the front, just front of them. And as you come round to the left, there's like an opening just there. I'll zoom in for you guys. That's it, just there. There's a little opening just behind them pads there where that wind's going in. And that's where we got one as well. But like I say, I've had a bite on the right hand rod. and obviously what you're looking at now is the left dam rod. So yeah, no, very pleased. 21.5 pound common, which yeah, came to the fully loaded, and a 20 pound common as well, which came to the new bait fully loaded. So like I say, I've got one on the nutcracker now. The wind's pushing in absolutely lovely. Just zoom back out for you guys, and yeah, hopefully we're going to get more. Dad's still waiting to get in his swim, so bit of a nightmare for Dad this, really. You know, it's one of those, isn't it? You know, there are other swims free, but I think he's got his mind set on that one. And you know, you got to remember we've been here at 6 o'clock in the morning. I think now it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So he has got a couple of rods behind him, behind me, sorry, should I say, just in the other bit of water. But yeah, I think he's got his heart set on that. So, but yeah, as for me, great start. I'll go through rigs and stuff like that. Obviously, just going to pan right out, just so I'm just doing it quick. Basically, here he is. Look at him. Hello, Ted. It's only carp dog Ted, look. Look at him. You eating my catapult, bruv? Or you weeing up that ridge monkey thing? Wouldn't surprise me. Well, I know why he's there. Because in that tracker caught box, that's where all his grub is. So, yeah, there he is, carp dog Ted. So, but yep, just coming back over to the lake now. Like I say, that's where we're fishing up to. All in amongst them pads. And like I say, it's produced 2 fish, so still got 2 nights left. And let's hope Dad can get in his swim soon as well. It's starting to get a bit frustrating for him. Alright. Ah, he's come off. Yeah. Right, just coming on to the first evening, and well, the events today was, I've had 2, obviously, which you guys have seen. Unfortunately, I did lose another one as well. It got into the pads, and bit of a seesaw effect, wasn't it? Me to you, you know, you to me, and unfortunately the hook pull, you know, one of those, isn't it? You know, it's a bit of a nightmare, but there you go. Some you win, some you don't. But Dad's finally got into his swim.
Yeah, in the end.
You got in, didn't you? So you got your rods out, haven't you?
Yeah.
And what you got?
Had a little bit of a drop back. I don't think it was a fish. I think it was just something swimming through.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that floss on the surface, keeping the line up.
Yeah, at the moment we're getting a lot of that. I believe it's the willow floss, isn't it, or something like that. And it's causing absolute mayhem with the lines, etc. And when you're recasting, you've got to pick it all off. You know, it's just a nightmare. But yeah, like I say, it's around the 7 o'clock period. As you can see, the sun is full out, and it kind of killed it today, didn't it? Really, that sun got up and it just killed it. It did. You know, we started off well, and then about an hour ago I did lose one that was just out of the blue. But funny enough, where I had the bite was actually in the shade. It wasn't actually on any of the bright spots as such. But no, like I say, it's the first evening, and I'm hoping between now and about 9 o'clock we might nick another one.
I've seen a couple over by the pads come out, you know, just head and shoulder out. But that was about it.
So, you know what I mean, like Dad says, I think we got a fish in the area. And just hope we can capitalise on it, mate, innit?
Yeah, I think we'll have something tonight.
Yeah.
It's a lovely evening.
Oh, it's a beautiful evening. I wish I'd have had a beer and a barbecue with me now.
Yeah.
And, it's that kind of evening. It's well, I'm going to have something to eat in a minute, but we'll go through rigs and bait and that more tomorrow. And like I say, I think we'll just sit it out and see the evening out as such. But but no, it's been a good start. Like I say, Dad's in now, so let's hope that Dad can get off the mark, and we'll go from there. But I think definitely it's time to have something to eat.
Well, I finally managed to get into my swim. I've had to wait most of the day. I didn't get in till 4 o'clock. I did sling a couple of rods out in another swim, but it was only like a pub chuck. But now I'm settled in, I'm in my favourite swim and I'm hopeful. So let's see what the evening and night brings. I'll spin it round in a minute and show you the swim. There's my rods all set up, ready to go. Yeah, I'm happy with where they've landed. Put some bait round it and we'll see what happens. This is the swim. As you can see, I'm down a bit. There's the tips of my rods with the line going over to the island. The pads are starting to come up. There's a lot of floss on the water, but the pads are catching it. Got a bit of a breeze blowing into the bay, bends to the right of me, so, and he's had two. So let's see what we get later. Bye for now.
Right, would you Adam and Eve it? We've just done that little evening update and literally sat down, Dad's left hand rod, one bleep, because we're fishing on snags. Rod tip was buried. He's having a bit of a battle now. And do apologise for the light levels. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare this because the sun is right dead centre of that swim. So it's going to be one of those people you're going to have to bear with, unfortunately. So
Yeah, Benny's picked up the other rod.
there we go.
Right, let's pick the line up.
What's happened? Lift your rod. There you go. You right there? Yeah? Yeah.
Ben,
Yeah.
I can't wind in.
That's the weed, isn't it, on the line?
Man, just find a decent bit of weight there. Start rocking all shit here.
Go for it. You winding? As you can see, he's having a right battle with it, and I've had to film it from this angle because of the sun. But yeah, had to.
Stuck again.
Right. We'll get it off in a minute. So it's giving Dad a good row this. So, having a proper battle with it. It's a shame I can't put the camera, you know, from behind really, just due to the fact of that sunlight, but I think you guys are getting the gist of it. The problem is we've got weed on the line and it's not going through the rings of the rods. There's a lot of weed about at the moment and this floss. And it's becoming a nightmare, but it's giving him a proper row this one, so it might be an half decent one. So stay tuned and I'll do the best that I possibly can. You alright, mate, yeah?
Yes, it's the weed. It's cooking the real up, isn't it?
there, it's giving Dad a right row, and just fishing tight up against the snags.
This one's on steroids, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? It's giving him certainly giving him a row. Like I say, that rod tip was just proper locked round, and we had to proper get him out. It was one of those, again, one of them hairy moments, you know, as a carp angler. It's like you hit it and you're like, no, you know. So, but everything's held out. So let's just hope we can get this one in. It'll be first one for Dad. So. There we go, he's got it in, so we'll give it a quick weigh.
Bit of a fight, that one.
And then we'll come straight back to you and get this weed off the line as well. It's an absolute nightmare. So, yep, big well done, Dad.
How about that one then?
So just lift his tail up, drop his head a bit. That's the one. Just get a couple of shots for Dad. Look at that, what a fish. Yep.
Talk it through.
Well, as you can see, after that brilliant battle, there's the prize. Dad with his 25.5 pound common. Look at it, it's like a wood carving. What a beautiful fish. And
what a fight.
it was one of the best fights I've ever seen from a carp. And yeah, well pleased. Look at that, that's a proper one, that. So, like I say, if you was with us 2 minutes longer, you'd have seen the actual take live as well. So, tell you what, spin him round for us, Dad. Let's have a look at him. And while we're doing that, look at him. Look at that cheeky git, look. I had a bit of chicken and then he's decided to nick it. Git. Anyway, back to the fish. And there it is, the other side. What an absolute beautiful common. Pleased with that, Dad?
I'm well pleased, yeah.
Yeah. So
struggled to get in the swim, and now I've got it. I've got a fish.
that's it. He's waited all day. He's been fishing a few hours and bang, 25.5 pound common. So yep, brilliant. Let's hope we can catch a few more, and we'll go from there.
Let's get it back.
And here we are on a very beautiful evening, and as you just see, Dad have that 25.8 beautiful common. It was like a wood carving, that fish was. And oh, there was one, just seen that one. There was one just there. He's just put his back out the water in amongst them pads there. But yeah, and again out there. So we seem to have a few fish in front of us. Looks like we can nick one. But yeah, it's just an absolute pleasure to scam round for you guys, to be out fishing tonight. I think the only thing that was missed tonight was a barbecue and a cold beer, if I'm honest. But yeah, no, fantastic trip so far. 3 £20 commons, and we're not even on the first night, so. But yeah, like you can see all the pads. That's what me and Dad are fishing into, and that's where they want to be at the moment. So let's just hope we can get in amongst them, and if we do, you guys will be the first to know. Like I say, there is a no sacking policy here, so you know, if we do catch in tonight, we'll be up at silly o'clock with the camera. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll leave it there, and like I say, we'll either see you in the middle of the night, or hopefully first thing in the morning. And would you believe it? Very quiet for me in the night, but for Dad, 4:30 this morning, and bang, 27 common. I mean, what a fish. I mean, this lake has got some banging commons in it, and there they are. So yeah, Enjoy that one, mate?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Early morning wake up.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
What a beautiful fish that is, and look at that. Absolutely scalp perfect, that one. Tell you what, Dad, let's have a spin round on her. Let's have a look at the other side of her. But now very quiet in the night, and yeah, it seems to be nothing in the night, but as soon as he got light, well, Dad's away. So oh yeah, there she is, just there. Oh yeah, what a fish. Absolutely perfect, that is. No. Put his head down a sec, mate, that's the one. Yeah, what an absolute belter. I'll grab a couple of shots for Dad. Hopefully, just a start on something for today. Oh, yeah. But there we go, 4:30 in the morning.
Get her back.
A lovely 27 pounder for Dad, so cool. Right, I'm going back to bed. So right, it's 6:30 in the morning, and left hand rod was away. Just had a great battle. We just had this lovely 24-4 mirror, first mirror of the trip, and there we go. Long, lean fighting machine, and you know, like I say, hopefully we might get in amongst a few more. Dad had the 27. A couple of hours later, I've had a nice 24. So fell on the nutcracker this one, but we'll go more into that later. Yeah, what a way to start the morning of 6:30, and it's time to get this one back. Let's get that rod straight back out on the money spot. He's gonna go in a minute. Just changing the subject, boys. He's ratting, and he knows there's a rat down there, and he's already fell in the drink once, near enough. Should have seen him last night. Oh, he was so funny chasing them. But anyway, on a serious note, that's Carp Dog Ted. Yeah. Got any rats at your lake? He's your dog. Anyway, it's all gone a bit radio rental this morning, as you can see. We have another one in the net. It was the right hand rod that went. Obviously I've had a 24 this morning, and I had another one as well, one of the little stockies. I didn't bother getting that one out. It was about 12 pounds, so I looked at it in the net. And now we've got this one here. I'm going to have to go and wake the old man up. Let's have a look what we got. Looks like another half decent one. So let's have a look at what we have. And there she is. So another one, another half decent one, that one. So yeah, it's all gone a bit radio rental this morning. So gonna get him out, give him away, and hold him up for you guys. But yeah, like I say, I've had 3 in about the last hour and a half, and look at him. Look. Ted, we're on the fish, mate. We're on the fish, bruv. Not a care in the world. Where are them rats? Find them rats then. There he is, bless him, eh? Right, anyway, let's get this fish sorted. Alright, as I just said to you guys, gone a bit radio rental this morning. Had 3 in about the last hour and a half. And this one weighs in at 26.2, so yeah, it's not been a bad morning. 24, I've won about 12. And then this one here, 26. So yeah, so far so good. Let's get him up for you. Bit of a lively one still. Let's get that off. If he lets me hold him. And there we go. Hey. I don't know how they can be so lively and then they give you such a good scrap.
They do fight in here, I think they're feeding them on steroids or something.
Well, yeah, it was a good fight, this one. Come on. You don't want to do this, do you? There we go. Let's see what that looks like. Right, £26 too, like I was saying. Absolute fighting machine, they all are. And yeah, like I say, it's going a bit crazy at the moment. And well, between me and Dad, that's 4 this morning, since 4:30. I believe the time now is about 7:45. And so yeah, it's gone a bit mental this morning for the pair of us. So like I say, I can't keep a rod in the water. But there you go, £26 too. Let's hope we can catch some more.
Looks like Ben's in again. Let's see what this one brings. He's had a few now. I've had a couple and lost a couple. I think Ben's had 4 or 5.
6 now.
How many?
This will be number 6 if I get it in.
6 if he gets it in.
Turned up this morning. Trying to get him through them pads. Just grinding. Here he comes.
Is he through?
Yep, he's come through now. So yeah, it's been a good morning, and I think they disappeared out of here last night. I think they, I don't know where they went, to be honest with you. And then about 6 o'clock in the morning, it's just, that's when it started really for me, about 6:30, and I believe the time's probably about 8:30 now, something like that. And I've had 4 takes in the space of a couple of hours, so it seems to be, they're coming in the morning, but I went round there and baited up heavily this morning after that first fish. I went and put a kilo of nutcracker in and a kilo of fully loaded. And since I've done that, I've had 3 takes. So obviously come back in and it's holding them for a little while. So
Rolling about.
yeah, bacon, what's that? There we go. Voila. Nice. Number 6. Right, yeah. Right, after you just seen that lovely battle there, it was fish number 6, which was £22. I've got to keep repeating myself, it's gone a bit radio rental this morning. I had 4 takes this morning, so it seems to be drifting back in it. More bait I put out, the quicker they're coming. So let's hold this one up. Just over 22 this one. And there they are. You know, it's a cracking lake this, you know, catching 20s and there are 30s in here. We should start getting through some soon. And but yeah, it's just 20'sville at the moment, isn't it, eh? But I'm not complaining. £22 on the money. And let's just throw up one more. Yeah, £22 on the money. What a session, eh? What a morning, as they would say. Right, just coming onto the bait section now, and I've been wiped out with bait. Basically, what I've done is, I'm using Nutcracker on the left, I'm using the new fully loaded on the right, and it's 4-3 to the fully loaded. But basically, I normally prep my bait at home. What I mean is by that, on this one I've got Nutcracker all in here, and then I pour the oils on it. Now that there is a 2.5k bucket. I've been in one night, they've hammered that, gone. It's the same with the fully loaded. So basically I'll just run you through what I do and then I'll show you what I do with the plug. So this is the Nutcracker. So we're going to pour into there. So you can see that lot there. Probably a good couple of key left. Like I say, I've already done a kilo. And then you get the oil. You get a good shake. And the thing about this stuff is you don't actually need a lot of it. You know, the cap, the way I look at it is for a 2 kilo mix, I use 2.5 capfuls of oil and then basically glazes them. So, you know, I mean, some people will put a lot in. You don't need a lot with this. You really don't. So, 1, 2. I mean, you can stop there if you want, and then all I do is just a little half piece, and that is basically it. And then it's time to get down and dirty, as they would say. Right, basically, as you can see, that oil now, I'll show you the end product, they're all glazed. And obviously being the Nutcracker oil, I mean, normally I would do this the night before, which I did. I only done 2 key. I didn't think I'd need much more. Anyway, obviously where they've gone mental, they've wiped me out. Hence why I've had to do another mix. So at the moment, I've only done a night, but I'm on 4 key of boilies already. So that's how much they're having it. But with that oil and any liquid, doesn't matter what firm it is, it can be from anyone, it doesn't have to be from Urban, it can be whoever. It's a bit, how can I put it, Chub? The amount of people that don't use liquids I'm really surprised with, because it's basically like when you have a steak or you have your dinner and that, you put sauces on it to enhance it. And that's what that stuff's there for. And a lot of people, you just see them, they just buy a bag of boilies, chuck it out, and that's the end of it. I mean, for the sake of, I believe it's 12 quid. I mean, I've had that now, I don't know, a couple of months, something like that, and that's how much I've used out of it, for the sake of 12 quid. Like, what I've done there with them baits, you can see them like, obviously glistening. I'm enhancing the bait for them. So the bottom line to it is, if they want to feed, this is where it's happening. Don't have to feed now, but when you do want to, that's where it's happening. I'm basically helping them out. I want that bait to be the best bait physically on the lake, you know, for them. You've got to remember that they can, you know, you've got sticky baits, you've got mainline, you've got Nash, whoever, there's loads of companies. But just by adding, excuse me, liquids, I tell you, it can up your catch rate absolutely massive. And like I say, you don't need a lot of it. That lot now is going to be put over in the pads. Realistically, I should wait for it to soak in a little bit, but because they're having it and they're on me, I ain't got time. So there you go, fail to prepare, prepare to fail, innit? And but they've wiped me out already. So, but that's the left hand rod. Obviously on the right hand rod, I've got the fully loaded. Now, I've already done what I've done here. I've already done the same with this one, but I've done it in the bag already. I've still got quite a bit of this one left. Obviously, dark red in colour on that one, and a bit of an old school classic this one, mate. But like I say, it's 4-3 to this one. But it's just trial and error at the moment. Like you're saying, you know, you're joining me and Dad on the journey with Urban, and there'll be some stuff that we like and there'll be some stuff that we don't. But at the moment, it's hard to pick which one to stick on with these two. So, but I've just baited up the right hand rod, so that one's all done. So I'm just going to bait up the left hand rod now with the nutcracker, and hopefully we can have a few more. But yeah, it's been a busy morning, and I'm sure if I would have put some more bait out, I probably would have caught more. So well, it's gone a bit quiet now during the afternoon heat, but me and Dad are just sitting here having a chat, and look who's decided to turn up. He's only a stocky, but look, I don't know if you guys can see him. There he is there, look. Hello. It's only a little one. There's us fishing out in the pads. There's one literally 5 yards down the edge. He's only a little baby one, I don't know, he's probably about 12 pounds, something like that. Yeah, he's just sitting there, just crept up on us. Oh, a bit zoomed in too much. There you go, here he is. Right there. So, they are about. That one is a baby one, that's one of the new stockies of the lake. But yeah, he's just having a little sunbathe, as they would say, bless him. So, but yeah, like I say, it's gone a bit quiet now. We did expect that with the heat. And like I say, we're just waiting realistically for that evening period. I think there might be a couple of bites when that sun drops. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, just thought I'd just show you guys. We're going to call this fish the Apache, because he snuck up on us.
Right, I'm going to come to my rig now. I've been doing well with an ordinary rig with a sheath type hook link and size 6 hook, which is fine. I'm still using them, but on this trip I thought I'd have a change. I do this, and I know Ben does it on a lot of the trips we go on. We try something different. Who knows, it may be better than what we're using, it may not, but we do try and change things to see if we can make it better. It helps us a long way in matches and things like that, so it is a good idea whenever you're on a lake, is try and tweak something, try and change something. It may be the thing that you're looking for, you find it, and it's the catching thing that you want. So I would recommend that you do it, and do it quite often. But anyway, this is how I tie this one up. It's a nylon hook link. I'll show you the hook link as it's been made up, and I'll show you how we put the boilers on it. Right, here's the rig I'm using. This is what we've been casting out in towards them lilies. Naturally, it's 21 pound nylon, and when you tie the knot, which is there, when you tie the knot, it automatically wants to kick off, so you don't need to put anything on it to kick it off. It actually does it itself. But it's a stiff link, obviously, there you can see it, and on the end there, just there, you can see there's been a ring tied on, and that ring is there. We put a piece of silicone on there to trap the hair, and then we just tie a boilie onto that. It's simple really, I'll show you how we do it. But that's what we're using to combat these lilies, and it's working. It is working. Right, to tie the boilie on, get a bit of nylon. This is double strength, 12 pound, and get a boilie and thread all the boilie on. Pierce it and then put the line on and pull through. Got a hair stop. Put the hair stop on, keeping it tight like that. There's the hair stop, and then get the ends of the nylon you're going to tie onto the hook and threadle through the ring, the metal ring, one end of the nylon. Like that. Fiddly stuff. And then just tie, make sure it's on the ring properly and not caught on the hook, as you can see there. And then just tie a couple of overhand knots, or 3, whatever you feel safe with. 2, 3. Trim off the excess, and there you have it. Job done. There's the boiler. You can use, this is a bottom bait, it's hard nut bait. You can use a pop up, anything you like, and it will do the job for you. And you can see it hanging off. So yeah, there's what I want. That's what I've got. I'm well pleased with that. So this is going to go onto my rod now to combat these lilies that we're up against. Right, for bait I've got one on my faithful banana, which I've had one fish on. The other fish I've had it on the nutcracker. As you can see, the nutcracker here is finely textured, it's lovely. What I've done is I've mixed some together. Some are like 14s, others are 15s. I like to do that. They're different sizes. I don't know why I do it, it's just that I think it gives them the feeling of picking up different size things. I even put 12 mils in there, 10 mils sometimes. It depends if you can get them out. In a boat it's fine, if you've got a spawn it's fine. If it's a catapult it's okay, but obviously the smaller ones won't go long distances. But yeah, I really like these baits. I'm glad we've got on them. They're really textured nice, and as you can see there, they're lovely. But we keep using these baits for the time being. I think Ben's using the fully loaded and these ones, and I'm using my banana that I made, and I'm using the urban ones that we got from the factory. Yeah, I'm really impressed with them. They're really a good bait.
Right, we've just seen the rig section from Dad, and as you can see, that is the rig that's actually working for us. A bit different from last time, but yeah, but we have got a couple of the rigs on that we did use last time, so it's, isn't it, we're just trying different things, isn't it?
50-50, yeah.
And they both seem to be working. Now, today, been a bit slow. The weather's been out, it's been red hot. which we would expect, you know, as carp anglers. When it gets red hot, you know, they stop feeding as such, and they've just been basking. Funny enough, as you guys see earlier, we had one right underneath me rods, wasn't it? A little one. We've named the Apache because he snuck up on us. But yeah, then saying that, later on, well, it's probably about, I don't know, an hour ago, when it had a bit of a take hit into it, but it came straight off. So I don't know what it was. Obviously a carp, but I don't know if it was a big or a small one. But now we're coming into the evening period now. It's around the 7ish, half 7, something like that. Just had a nice bit of grub and a couple of beers, and hopefully it's going to be bite time, especially for you, because you seem
my
to be
bites
producing
come
in the
sort
evening.
of after about 7 o'clock through the night up till about 9 o'clock. So yeah, it's my bite time now. I'm hoping for something.
It's like I say, this is Dad's time really now. It's, you know, if we're going on like the previous night and that, it was very quiet for myself, but it was all Dad like, you know. So, but yeah, that's the evening update. Like I say, we'll come straight back to you guys if there's anything else. But no, the conditions with that sun out, it's just been a little bit difficult today. But she's starting to drop, so I'm expecting things to happen, and hopefully we'll have some more to show you guys.
Yeah.
And would you believe it? It's silly o'clock in the morning, and I get the shout, and Dad's got one. He's got a lovely 21-pound common, and yeah, what a fight! So
It wasn't all.
got round here just in the fight, and yeah, like I say, 21-pound common, absolutely fantastic fish, and very, very streamlined like most of them, and yeah,
All commons for me.
yeah, Dad's had all commons, and yeah, like I say, right result. But yeah, silly o'clock, and I'm just gonna hold him up once more for you guys, get the rods back out, and he'll be back to bed, I think. So
I think he wants to go back.
yeah, I think we got the gist
He's
of it.
tired as well.
So, but yeah, 21-pound common for Dad. Brilliant start and, for the night, and hopefully it'll continue. Right, morning guys. Well, it's been an eventful night. So, well, for Dad it has. I think it was around, I can't remember what the time it was now. It was silly o'clock anyway, as I would say. And silly o'clock normally means between, I would say, 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. It was around that time. Dad had a lovely 21-pound common, which we done some filming on. Obviously, like I've said before, there's no sacking rule on this lake, so you know, we've got to get up, do the filming then. But yeah, lovely 21-pound common. Then it went quiet, and then this morning at about, I don't know, 4:30, my left hand rod's ripped off. Anyway, playing it, I knew it weren't a big one, and anyway, I got it in, and well, to be fair, it looked like that Apache fish that we see yesterday underneath me rods. It probably weren't, but it was about a similar size, about, I don't know, 12-pound. I didn't weigh it, I just unhooked it. I was more interested in getting the rod out, because obviously now it's bite time for me in this swim. Well, it was yesterday, so so yeah, I've got the rod back out. I've just baited up again. But yeah, like I say, it was 4:30 when I had that. To be fair, I didn't even put the rod back out. I set my alarm for 6, and then I got up and then got it back in the spot, put a bit more bait on it before I did go to sleep. Now we're just waiting for that, a few more morning bites. That's if it will do what it did yesterday. But as you can see, the sun's already up on the lake. It looks like it's going to be a scorcher again today, and but yeah, just one fish last night for Dad, and that was it really. So, but I never had nothing, what I would say, like during, you know, the hours of dark. I never had nothing the night before either, so I'm wondering if this is more of a day area where I'm fishing. But no, that's it pretty much for the events in the night. Ted had a good kip, but no, we're just sitting here in anticipation and hoping it's going to do what it did yesterday. But then again, it's 2 days are never the same in carp fishing, are they? You know, always very rarely. But no, that was the events of last night and this morning, like I say. So we've had 2 more, 21 and one about £12. So I think we'll leave it there. I'm hoping that it's going to start switching on soon. Like I say, yesterday, I mean, the time is now 7 o'clock. So that, you know, the right hand rod's obviously been out all night, but the left hand rod have done that at 6. So we're in the zone. You know, this is proper zone time. And yeah, let's just see what happens. But I'll get back to you soon. Right, we're coming to the end now of our session, and like I say, last night for Dad, he had a 21 pounder, didn't you?
Yeah, it was about 2:30 in the morning. Screamed off and managed to get him back, so yeah, it was alright.
That was it, and then there was a few hours later, I did have a small one. Obviously I didn't get the cameras out, it was silly o'clock, and it was about £12. But it's gone quiet now, mate, hasn't it?
Gone dead, isn't it? Completely dead.
Yeah, we both thought that, you know, that morning spell like we had yesterday, it was going to happen again, and it hasn't materialised, you know. So I don't know whether they've moved out or whatnot, but yeah, it hasn't happened, has it? This morning, you know, that yesterday I'd been 4 fish in the morning. I thought it was going to repeat itself. It's carp fishing for you, it never does it sometimes? Yeah. But we've ended the trip. We've ended it with 10 fish, which have been landed, so it's been a great ratio. And I think the biggest was 27.
Yeah,
I think the biggest one was 27.
Tad over 27, yeah.
And, so yeah, I think from £20 to 27, 10 fish. I mean, we've had a great time. So, but yeah, it's the last morning now, and we're going to have a slow pack up now. There's a gentleman behind us. He's waiting to get in my swim. I think someone's waiting to get into Dad. So we're going to have a pack up, mate, aren't we?
Yeah.
And
slow drive home.
yeah, and I think that'll probably be it. I mean, the rods are out for the next couple of hours, but if we get one, we'll come straight back to you. But if we don't, that's what we've ended up with 10 fish. So thoroughly enjoyed myself. You enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it as usual. Can't wait to get back, whether it's here or somewhere else.
Yeah.
I know we've got some socials coming up. We've got some matches coming up. So yeah, it's busy for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It always is, isn't it? To be fair, in this game. But
getting well on with the bait. I'm happy with the bait. You know, it's a new bait for us, and it's working well. You know, it really is working well. So we need to take it to other lakes and test it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, we've had 10 fish this session on it, so you know, there hasn't been many others catch as well. There's been quite a few blanks. I think it's just been the odd 1 or 2. So it's worked well again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, like I've said to you guys, you'll be joining us on the journey with Urban, whether it's good, whether it's bad, and I think at the moment you would agree it's all good at the moment. We're catching multiple fish on not so easy venues as well, do you know what I mean? So it's no, I'm thoroughly pleased with it. But like I said, I think it's time for the pack down. Gentleman's waiting to get in, he's all keen. I can see him there, he's all bivvy's packed down, bless him, he's waiting to get in. So right, let's pack up, mate, and let's get home and see the girls and that, eh?
Yep. Bye from me.
And it's ta-da from me, and Ted's having a kip, so I'll say ta-da from him now as well.